Hello, welcome to Tea Corners, where we talk about everything from life, lessons, experiences, all from a first-gen girl just trying to figure it out. Today's episode, we'll be talking about something that is very recent, right? And I say recent because I haven't said Happy New Year because, we just started this year. So Happy New Year. Welcome to March. You what? Happy New Year. Welcome to March. Now, the reason why I'm wishing you Happy New Year is not because it's not January. It's because so far, this is the third month, right? And in December 31st, entering January, most of us, right? We had set a goal, right? New Year's resolution. Oh, I want to do this. My yearly goal, for this year. Now, the question is, who are you becoming this year? I understand that you want a lot of things. You want to accomplish all of those things. But who are you also becoming amidst all of that? That's what we're talking about today. Stay tuned. Let's get right into it. Now, one thing that I feel like a lot of young adults, especially like young immigrant adults, don't, kind of like grasp very early is that there's a lot of forces. Every year, we start the year with, I want to lose 15 pounds, or I want to be healthier. I want to be a calmer. Like I want. If you don't get all of that, who do you end up being in December? Would you still like the version of yourself would the version of yourself, would that be how do I put this? The January, would it be the December, or would you have grown? Or would you have grown backwards? Sorry now, don't vex. Sorry, don't cry. Okay, so I wrote something down because I like writing things down because I don't forget, yeah. And this is one of the things I wrote down because today we'll be talking about identity and growth and all the good stuff, right? Now, goals are outcome. You know how the things that so goals are outcome. Becoming, like who you become, adds to your character. I'm going to repeat that. Goals are outcome. Who you become that adds to your character. Goals are external, right? Becoming is internal. You know how some people would say, disappear from whatever for how many, whatever days, yeah, come back, become a better person. Sometimes, even if people are seeing you every day, they still cannot tell that you're growing. It's a new year. New year, new me. Is it really you? Is the you really new? Sorry. Is the you really new? It's a tongue twister. What I'm trying to get to the point here is why I get to it is you can reach your goal and still feel very empty because it hasn't added anything to you. You can earn more, right? You can be physically fit or fitter. You can switch your diet all 360. Would that add to you as a person? Would that add to the value that you put out in the world? Just think about it a little bit, because I think that one of the things we don't all recognize is when we're running the race of every year we set a new goal every year. Because I don't think I know anyone that goes back to the 2025 goal and say, okay, I'm going to continue from where I stopped. No, we're always setting new ones every year. Even though we finish it all, we don't finish it all, we'll start all over, new one. Nobody usually goes back and say, okay, let me reflect on my goals and say, how have I grown as a person? What have I added to me? Like, what have I added to me as a person this year? How have I grown? How have I become better? Have I become better? Because it's not too late. It's actually not. Like, we're still very early in the year. It's still first quarter. So whatever you haven't started doing, you can still start. You can still get the calmer version of yourself, the wholesome version of yourself, the version of yourself that when you look back, you can say, if this was me 3 weeks ago, if you told me this 1 month ago, what I would have done. Yeah, it's a thing. We can be realistic, right? But if we just keep chasing the things that we can all see, what about the things that we can't see? What about the things that you are the only ones who know? Because at the end of the day, it's just you. If you're left empty, how that feeling is just, it's just void. There's nothing there. There's really nothing there. Now, for my first gen listeners and audiences, many of us were raised to like focus on achievements. We were raised to focus on degrees, my grades, my I think grades is mostly that's what is in my head right now. Like my grades, my achievements, the things I can show for it. However, very little of us can actually say that emotional maturity is something that we've also learned and earned along the way. It's very little, very, 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 very few people can actually like say, oh, because those are they're not the things that they're not achievements. They're more like things that it's like you fell to learn. You know what I'm saying? Like you in your journey of life, you've either had good or bad experiences that have shaped you or reshaped you to now start to like, oh, I need to. Not that, oh, I want to. You don't want to be emotionally intelligent, though. You just had to be emotionally intelligent. For my guys, it's not like, oh, I want to be emotionally intelligent. But probably because she broke up with you because you couldn't read minds, or because you were just very absent-minded and you were like, what does that mean? And it's not your fault. It's just, again, the things that we don't focus on very often. It had to be circumstances made you learn it and want to earn it so you can be who you are. So to all my first gen audiences, let's all dial it back a little bit, right? And I keep going back to my notes because I want to make sure that I'm actually hitting the points and not just because I have a habit of like just going on and on and on and on and on. But I actually want to like make sure I'm hitting the points that are necessary. Because one thing I want you to take out of this is pressure creates anxiety. Just because you need to. That alone. By the time the thing that is actually that you're running to get, by the time you get it, or by the time you have it, you start to wonder what's the point, because there's no internal satisfaction. It's not like oh, I'm happy, I'm genuinely satisfied with this thing. It's okay, I got this, now what? I had a story a while ago where there's this young, I don't know if it's a man or a woman, I can't remember anymore, but his parents were hell-bent on, him or her becoming like a medical doctor. They didn't want it, right? Again, if you're not a doctor, if you're not, they didn't want it exactly, right? And then they ended up just going through with it, doing the exams, rotations, They finished, they got the degree. And then they were just like, Everybody was happy around them, but there was no genuine, like, it wasn't like, this is what I want. Imagine somebody that loves music, loves mixing music, listening to music, just the thought of the arts wakes up the very being in you, and then you are just reading anatomy, doing physiology. It's not as how it don't make sense, right? That type of person, the passion is misaligned. It's not there no more. So this year, as we have started, this one that we have started like this now, that I have not finished first quarter. Take a moment, reflect on who you have become so far. Is March. In the last 2 months, has anything changed in your life? Has anything changed in your life that you can significantly pinpoint that, I see what's going on here. This is good for me. Oh, I love this for me. If you're not loving this for me, but yeah, you will leave it for you and let it go. Because if it's not something that you can actually see and say, okay, this is good for me, like, it's taking me to a better place, it's making me a better person, my darling, leave it. Let it go. The earlier, the better. Earlier in the year, the better for everybody, including yourself. Now, if you are not becoming the person that when you see someone else, you know how you admire other things in people? If you can't admire it, and it's not, if it's not something you can admire on somebody else that you want, just let it go. I don't know if that makes sense. If you cannot admire it, because there are some people in our lives that we're seeing them every day or maybe once in a while, and you're like, she's so calm, or he's so level-headed. They don't have two heads or two minds to be calm or level-headed. We all can do it. It's just the choice that matters. Yes, we have so many things and so many influences around us that sometimes makes us feel like we're not being centered or we're being pulled apart. Amidst all of that, I promise you, if you are able to find a moment or one thing that you can recognize that distinguishes you or add to you, that would help you become the better version of yourself. It's not about going to the gym. It's not about, getting hourglass shape and Coca-Cola bottle body. The main point is, by the end of this year, would you look back at yourself or in the version of yourself and say, I did good for myself, or I love where I'm at, or I am a better person, right? Now, if any of this resonates with you or someone that you know, share this. Share it. Help me to share it. But if I beg you, you are able to share it to everybody. Girls, to share it. Share it to someone. Send it to someone. And don't forget to like, share, again, I'm repeating, share, and subscribe. That button is very important, because if that button, if you don't get my episodes every week when I drop them, how would you know that I'm still here? Because I'm still here, and I love being here, and I want to be here. So like, share, and subscribe to someone that you love, and I will be here same time, same space, all the time, and I hope that you will be here too. And please leave comments, and those of you that are commenting, that are subscribing, that are liking, that are calling me and telling me, oh my God, for me, it's making my head to just be swelling. It's just swelling like this. If you are Yoruba, you know that bread to just will just be going like bloom bloom bloom. Anyways, it delights me. I am delighted. It melts my heart is what I'm trying to say, right? Thank you all for the love. I appreciate it. And yes, I'm always here. I always want to be here because I love doing this. So like, share, and subscribe, and I will be here sometime next week. Ciao.